Welcome on in here to Cornwall Park, where we have some action of the Shaun Johnson Shield, round 3 here between Tāmaki ki Rawhiti and Tāmaki ki Raki. Joining the commentary box today by Wade Brunsden, famous around the traps and in the league space and touch. How you going, brother?
Yeah, good, Vigo. Thanks for that kind introduction there, and I'm glad to see you've worked on your pronunciation of the teams today.
As Ryder Williams looks to get us started in this match. We should be in for a fiery one, and we're off. Tipanaya catches it off the kickoff and straight up the guts, off the back fence. Goes the prop, and you'll play it 20 metres out from his own try line. A nice early penalty for Tāmaki ki Rawhiti as they get a piggyback out of their own red zone and will now get first use of the ball and good balls.
It's been a great start from East. Sione Fuel takes a hit up, sits close to the post. Jacob Paul, he's going to be slow to play the ball. They head down the short side, but it's a terrible pass. He goes back and picks it up. Lole Seal takes the tackle, that's tackle 4. They keep going down the short side. That's 5th and final.
Yeah, Tipanaya will look to probably put this one in the air and build some pressure on the outside backs maybe, and he does just that.
That's a great take from Kilimasi. Bit of a strong wind here today, Vigo.
It is, I think, coming just a little bit right to left, maybe over our left shoulders as we're looking at the field.
One thing I must say, the field looks in immaculate condition for this time of year.
I can tell you what, there's been some work that's gone into this one, mate, and good to see the home of Auckland Rugby League down here at Cornwall Park looking in pristine condition.
That's great contact from Tāmaki ki Rawhiti.
Williams now taking the ball on the line, now short side. Unfortunately goes to ground, and we'll have a quick turnover and Rawhiti back on the attack.
Tāmaki ki Rawhiti, they are sitting to the middle of the post here, building nicely. Just need a quick play the ball.
Been impressed with Tipanaya. He's really controlled the game well from the half, and he's managed to get a set restart by putting a little grubber in there, and it can't be cleaned up by the outside back. He's been leading the traps around, but he looks to be a bit groggy getting to his feet. As Cooley now at dummy half will find the ground, unfortunately, and Tipanaya will have to clean it up. And a little bit of a bobble on the pickup, and a scrum now will be awarded to Tāmaki ki Raki, and they'll get to work themselves out of the red zone.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there, Vigo. The accuracy twice now has let them down under 16s East. I think once they improve the accuracy on good ball, they should be a lot more threatening than what they are. That's some really good meters for Tāmaki ki te Raki off the first tackle. So they look to get out of the red zone.
Williams now playing the acting role at half. Nice little tip on there. Prop to prop, and Pritchard will play the ball now. 40 metres out from the try line. As they kick to the corner, it's a nice little chip in behind the line here. It could bounce up, but it favours Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti. And now Falau will play it just outside his 20.
He's had a good start, Sione Falau. I've really liked the work rate of him and Pritchard. Good solid contact there. You can hear the hits from here.
Tippenai will look for a touch find. He's deep in his own half, and it could be a 40-20. What a kick!
That's a great kick.
What a kick. Tippenai putting it on an absolute dime, and they'll be rewarded with a tap 20 metres in, and straight back on the attack is Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti.
Let's see if Rawhiti can take control of this good ball and get the accuracy right.
Maybe not a 40-20 by the looks. He was well deep in his own half. Oh well. Back to the action, and Raki get a get out of jail free card here. Penalty awarded for holding down the tackle. Unfortunately, Tippenai just getting tangled up in there, and referee Epihart blowing the penalty.
It's been a great start to this game. Good to see Tāmaki ki te Raki weathering the storm early here. Let's see if they can get themselves into a good position and have a real crack at the line.
Not sure about that tap, unfortunately. Always done it again, off the knee. And referees just decided to play on. Bit of a fumble there. And referee's seen it. Raki just need to calm down. I feel they're trying to, I don't know, rush a little bit. You know, they're trying to score off every play the ball, every set kind of thing. So just complete some sets, build some pressure, and go off the back of that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think you're 100% correct. I think the team that settles down first and can get their accuracy correct will be the team that will get first points on the board. Tāmaki ki te Raki is very stacked, and I think Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti is doing a really good job at the moment, keeping them away from the 20-metre zone.
As we see a huge hit in the middle there by the half, Taylor Elu. And Rawhiti now moving the ball out to the right-hand side of the field.
I'm sort of having a look at Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti's shape, and they seem to be very flat. I think if they can find their points and get some shape going, they'll definitely threaten this Tāmaki ki te Raki team. They're currently bunched around the play the ball at the moment.
Looks like they're working to the left, to the middle of the field now for a left edge shift maybe. Tippenai, I would assume, gets the ball here and tries to put it into the end goal to get some a reset of tackles. Unfortunately, puts it far too deep and strong, and it goes into touch. And we have a play the ball 10 metres out now from Tāmaki ki te Raki's line. Again, just that execution factor, I think, playing a bit of a big part in this game so far.
Yeah, definitely. I think they've got to look at their shapes. When they go to the middle of the post to set, Tāmaki ki te Raki's splits are really good, and they seem to be man on every time. So I think they got to get a bit more creative with the way they're doing things, and little kicks like that, putting themselves more under pressure.
As we see a nice breakdown on the left-hand side, Williams does control that left hand of the field very well. A couple of boys contracted there to NRL teams at the moment, and he's definitely one of them, and he's definitely a star to watch going forward, is Ryder Williams.
Yeah, I've been watching Ryder Williams the last couple of weeks, and he's definitely a player of the future. He has a great coach and mentor in his father, who also used to play for the Sharks, Jason Williams. So he's got some great pedigree in his genes.
That was an awesome little tricky kick there. Just sorry to butt in there. Ryder obviously looked back across the field and he's veering to the right-hand side and kicks back to the left. And now there's massive pressure on Tāmaki ki Rawhiti to work out their own red zone here. Second tackle already, and they've only just crossed their own 10-metre line.
That was a great heads-up play by Williams. He's shown he's got a great IQ for this game already at such a young age.
Looks like they'll play their fourth tackle here as Tāmaki ki Rawhiti try to work their way out of trouble. Now Tepanaya will look for another 40-20, well, what should have been. Some good distance on the kick though, and it'll roll all the way back into Tāmaki ki Rawhiti's 10-metre line. And now Kalisimasi off the back fence, is it?
That's a great return from Demetrius Kalisimasi. Poor kick chase there, I thought, Vigo.
Yeah, they had a real opportunity there with such a big kick to really apply some pressure, and unfortunately haven't been able to do so. So now they do give a penalty away now too, and pretty much goes twofold, and Tāmaki ki Rawhiti now will be able to attack the line in good ball straight off the bat.
Yeah, I think Tepanaya, he's got a great boot and he's using the wind well. Fortunately, the old saying, kick's only as good as its chase. They just need to work on little things, little effort areas to help them out. As Raki set towards the post, they head down the right side to the line. Tackle short. They've got great shape, good looking shape. As Williams is calling for the ball. Williams, double unders. As they sit next to the right hand upright.
That's Mangere to play. The boys been an absolute beast so far in this competition, and now they go one off the ruck. They try the barge over, it's short of the line.
They have numbers to the left if they can get the ball there. Williams out the back. They go through the hands.
That is some great cover defense there, Shaun. As he's held up over the line, and Tāmaki ki Rawhiti showing some last minute desperation to stop that try there, and they really did have numbers. I thought maybe a simple hands could have worked there for Tāmaki ki Rawhiti.
100%. That's great scramble D. I think if they went through their hands one more, they possibly could have scored in that corner. So Tāmaki ki Rawhiti, they've weathered the storm and now they're putting the heat on. There's some solid contact. Great technique in the tackle D already for such a young age.
Cooley at dummy half now finds Tepanaya on the left-hand side, and he kicks early again, puts it up pretty high, and this one won't bother Kalisimasi, and he'll get to bring the ball back over the halfway already. And they'll start their set in good zone as he makes a half break through the middle of the field. Kalisimasi now putting Tāmaki ki Rawhiti on the front foot early on in the set.
You can't send a staggered line to Kalisimasi. He's going to kill you all day if you do that.
They dart down the short side, does Kayla Samuel. Sorry, Compton Purcell, and puts his team 10 metres out from the try line now.
They sit close to the left-hand upright.
Little scamper from dummy half, and he gets the ball down, I believe. Referee Ipiha pointing to the spot, and we have the first points of the day. Tāmaki ki Rawhiti putting on a try from dummy half. 4 points to 0 now with the kick to come.
It's been great patience from Jason Williams' side. They've been under the pump early. They haven't started well. They've fought their way back into this game, and their patience has paid off. Unfortunately, it's all come from poor kick chase. I think if Rawhiti can improve their kick chase, they'll take the pressure off themselves.
as Williams lines the conversion up. Can't imagine him having too much troubles with this one. Just like to take a quick moment. Conversion is successful, 6 points to 0. Tāmaki ki te Raki over Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti. Quick moment to acknowledge the parties that play here today, making these competitions possible. The Auckland Rugby League, the New Zealand Warriors and NZRL. Broadcast provided to us today by Cello Sport. Looking forward to partnering with them as the season goes forward.
I really like this concept, Vigo, what you guys have come up with. Sort of mirrors the Harold Mats over in Aussie. Awesome pre-season comp that these boys can showcase themselves to NRL clubs around Australia as well. And we get them before rugby gets them for the winter season. So whoever came up with this concept, I really think ngā mihi out to you guys.
Appreciate that, Wade. Yeah, it's definitely been part of our thought process over the last 6 months, and trying to create something where the kids want to stay in New Zealand and have meaningful competitions here is a real big thing for us here now. And like you said, trying to get them before they head over to other codes and whatever else that might be going on in their lives is a big factor now. So this is just the beginning of something, and we'll build off the back of it as the years go by. But Tāmaki ki te Raki after the points, this is exactly a set you want after dotting down, and Coach Williams will be pretty happy with that so far.
There's nothing better when you complete a set after a kick, or after a try, I should say. And at the moment, they've gone over 80 metres with this set, so Coach Williams would definitely be happy if they get a kick and repeat set here.
Williams weighs up the options, and he hits his second row on a short ball there, Purcell, and he'll be tackled just short of the line. Now that is a great set of 6. Gone all but 100 metres, and now pressure will be applied hugely on Rawhiti as they try to bring the ball back out.
Bit of space here if they shift the ball. Raki is really jammed in here. It's great defensive technique here coming from Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti.
Tipanai now will kick and angle it towards the touchline. Unfortunately, Tāmaki now pretty aware of when those kicks are going to come now, so that's a great one-on-one tackle, and he's trying to get up and carry on, and he's going to go close to going out, and he pops it over his head. Wow, that was some nice play there by Tāmaki to get the ball away, and it was caught held though, so we've got a massive break straight through the middle of the field. Goes to Vida.
Oh, and he loses it.
Hold it, and now we've got Lola Seal bringing the ball back.
Oh, that was unfortunate. We've got 2 great fullbacks in this game today. Really going head to head. It's a great battle. I'm really enjoying this.
And a little error, bobble at the play of the ball, unfortunately, will result in a turnover. Finlay just not being able to hold on to that one.
Oh, the coach killer. You're trying to get back into the game, and then unfortunately you take your mind off playing the ball for a second and you make a mistake. You used to do that a lot at Ellerslie Eagles, Vigo, so I know how the coach is feeling right now.
It's a long time ago, Wade. We don't need to go there. I'll stick to the whistle nowadays. I'm much better at that, I think.
I used to hear the coach screaming profanities when you used to do those things, Vigo.
I vividly remember a few offloads that always used to go to ground. We're digressing a bit here, guys. Sorry, spectators and viewers online.
Williams to the line again.
Oh, what a beautiful cutout ball. They go close to scoring, and they'll be tackled a couple metres short from the try line.
Love the way Ryder Williams is playing. He's just playing with so much time as they set to the left-hand upright. Got a good split here in great shape out to the right. That's where they go.
They got numbers here if they can move it. Williams now goes back inside to his prop. He'll settle it just underneath the post and actually go close to scoring. There's Upoko, and it was fifth tackle, so there'll be a handover. Not a bad place to turn over the ball, though, Wade.
Yeah, you'd be happy with that. The in goals are short here, so you know if you put a kick through, you're going to give away that 7 tackle set. So it's not a bad option running on the last, especially going downhill on this field. The field sort of slopes away there, so it's good options just to run, have a crack, see what you can do.
And they've done that a couple times now, and the defence that they've barred up with, in the following set has just been, next to none. The best I've seen so far in this competition, and now you're playing third tackle out from your own line. You're not even past the 10-metre line. It's definitely pressure building anyway for Tāmaki ki Taraki.
100%. You know how much energy it takes out of you when you're trying to get off your line like this and you're stuck, jammed in. And at the moment, Rawhiti is really...
now with a little show and go himself. He's coming down the left-hand side. He finds support, but unfortunately, the ball goes to ground. Folau not able to grab that one. Pass was a little bit low as well, but you'd expect that one to be swallowed, and could have been them right back in the game.
Could have been. Tepanai has been very dangerous this whole game. His team's going backwards. He makes a beautiful break. Unfortunately, once again, the accuracy has let them down. If they can tidy that up, they're going to be right in this game.
100%. I followed Tepanai from a young age. Hails from Otara Scorpions out in South Auckland here. He's been a talented kid coming through. Done a couple of highlight videos of him on YouTube. He's been really interesting to watch and see him grow. He's small in stature, but makes up for it in a lot of skill and heart shown out there.
I really like the way he's an eyes-up player. He plays what's in front of him. I think he just needs to get a bit more shape for his left-hand side. If he can get some shape going, I think him and Moala could be very dangerous on this left-hand side. Just apologies today, there's no scoreboard available on our stream. The score is currently 6-0 to Tāmaki ki Taraki. This has been a great game. Really enjoyed it so far. As Raki attacks down the sideline. They got good shape. They'll probably set to the post here as William drops them under. They get to about the 30. And they got great attacking shape on the right. But they hit down the short side. And there's that shape I've been talking about. Unfortunately, he runs back into the defense. Got a good reload here. Does Raki.
Nice
Williams.
Jab in behind the line.
And there's that man again.
Panaya cleaning the ball up. Bit of a battles of the halves too today at the moment. Both halves controlling their teams, relatively well.
Tepanai has been outstanding at the opening minutes. He's got a great kicking game. Just needs a bit more players to back him up.
As Cooley makes his way back into the dummy half position. What I haven't seen too much is obviously, there's been some good defense. Tackle tech has been good. A lot of this, I haven't seen too much darting from dummy half from the hookers, which I'd be a bit interested to see, hopefully, as this game progresses and some more tiring bodies are out there on the field.
Yeah, 100% agree. It's been a lot of one-out running. As that's another great kick from Tepanai. We just need a good kick chase now, and the line is staggered, so You don't want to give this guy too much room.
Yes,
There you
look,
go.
There he goes. Cuts him
Makes
up.
you pay.
Khaleesi Masi is absolutely stunning bringing the ball back. And he'll now get to start. There's set of 6.
50-meter return right there. Once again, Tipanaya, great kick to pin him down in his own in goal. But once again, a staggered kick chase and they got punished.
Williams now with a great offload.
There we go, scoot out of dummy half, puts a kick through.
Could come up chumps here, but it's cleaned up, I think.
Once again, Rawhiti on their line coming off again. It's been great work from Raki. Just picking them off one by one.
Yeah, and I think the pressure will come out at the later end of this game. You know, it takes a lot, like you said earlier, in terms of energy expenditure and what have you. So it'll real show at the end of the game the amount of pressure that's been built as maybe some more tired bodies. But that's a cracking run there as Seal helps bring the ball back out, but goes into touch. And again, there's been a couple of those moments where they've managed to get the ball back, start working themselves out of their own red zone, get into a better position, and then unfortunately just little errors or things like that happen and just puts them more under the pump, really.
100% agree. I mean, we've talked about it from the start of the game. So those little accuracy moments, the coach killers. Seal's been outstanding, as well as Tipanaya. Unfortunately, he just does a little bit too much and goes out, but he's been threatening. If I was his coach, I'd be telling him to keep going. It'll come for him eventually. As they set to the post again. That's great leg speed there from Paya.
That's exactly the type of impact you want off your bench. Finoti coming off barnstorming run and now getting his team a penalty.
So they set to the post again, that left hand upright. Williams. A beautiful short passing in small spaces. They really know what they're doing. I really like Williams. He's playing with time. Sets up that try in the corner.
Yeah, that's Tyrone Hurt Pickering dotting over for Tāmaki ki Tarake. And that extends the lead here at Cornwall Park, 10 points to 0 with the kick to come. Interesting to see Hurt Pickering on the wing today. He played half, and I thought he did a real good job last week up in Northland. And obviously there's some other players out there that can do a job. So good on him for picking up the winger position and scoring a nice, easy try there. Catch and pass was on point by the centre, and he dots over untouched.
Yeah, they really look good on good ball, this team. They really know what they're doing. They're getting to a post. They're getting to the middle. They're executing the numbers on the right side. So they're really reading the splits of Tāmaki te Rawhiti really well. Great team to watch. I think for Tāmaki te Rawhiti, if they can get a better kick chase, if they can tidy up the little errors in their game, they're going to be much more threatening in this game.
As the kick is waved away, unfortunately for Taraki. Score goes unchanged, 10 points to 0 now. Can't be too much longer left in this half. Less than 7 minutes to go.
So I just want to talk about coaches while we've got a little break here, Vigo. You want to quickly explain some of our coaches and where they come from and their background? First of all, Jason Williams.
I think you mentioned it earlier. He comes from a professional playing background and come through the grades now with his son Ryder, who's been fantastic today through the Marist Rugby League Club. Most of these coaches do come from their local football club. Terry Morrison from the head coach of Tāmaki ki Rawhiti, been at Otara for several years now. Had a couple of stints with topside premiers there and reserve grade. So he's coming through the regional rep scene now, and hopefully both of them put their hands up to go further with that and maybe move into national sides.
Yeah, not only is this a great pathway for the kids, I also think it's a great pathway for coaches moving forward. So well done, Auckland Rugby League, for providing these opportunities for our coaches as well. It's very important that our coaches know that they've got a pathway to go to. Being a former coach myself, I felt like there was no pathways, and that's why I've sort of finished up. So to see these coaches get an awesome opportunity, I really think you guys need to be applauded for that. This team doesn't need any piggybacks to get back to their try line, and it's another great set after a try.
It's really tough for Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti, given that one late in the tackle count, and now with Tāmaki ki te Raki's attacking good ball, it's something that you definitely don't want to do. They've got real good structure and amazing players that can split you from anywhere, really.
100%, and fortunately there for Rawhiti, Raki drops the ball. However, I was just watching their shape and they look really good. Their points seem to be on the 50, and then they got shape either side. I think that's probably what Raki lacks, is a bit of shape, as that's half time. I think the score's 10-0.
Score's 10-0, and we'll be back shortly with a bit of a wrap-up of the half and the action of the second half here at Cornwall Park. This is the third round of the Shaun Johnson Shield Under-16s competition. Tāmaki ki te Raki leading Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti 10 points to 0.
Welcome back to the game here down at Cornwall Park between Tāmaki ki Rawhiti and Tāmaki ki Raki. It was a great first half. The score is 10-0 to Tāmaki ki Raki. The first half started off well. As we quickly recap what happened, Tāmaki ki Rawhiti were on the line attacking a lot. Unfortunately, the accuracy let them down, and Tāmaki ki Raki got back into the game, and they now lead this game 10-0 and have a strong win behind them for the second half. So be interesting to see how Tāmaki ki Raki used the wind in this half. Got a very clever half in Ryder Williams, and I'm really looking forward to see what he brings us in the second half, Vigo.
Yeah, I think the pressure that they were able to build once they had some possession of the ball was really key to that, their comeback in that one, because obviously they were under the pump early on, and the way that they structured themselves in good ball was, I think, just a little bit better than Tāmaki ki Rawhiti. Now as we have kick-off, the ball bounces up awkwardly for Karisimasi, and he'll be tackled 20 metres out from his own try line.
Yeah, I think for Tāmaki ki Raki to get back into this game, they need to have a better kick chase. They can't afford to give Kalimasi a lot of room to run, and they also need to get some better shape on good ball as Raki makes a break down the sideline. And if you have a look at Raki's shape, Vigo, you can see they've always got good structure around whatever they're doing.
Yeah, and look at that kick chase straight away. They've got a straight line, or they're meeting the fullback there, Lord of Seal, in a three-man tackle nearly. So really good start for Raki, working themselves out of their own half, and pretty stock standard set as we get into the arm wrestle of the second half.
Now looking at the shape of Tāmaki ki Rawhiti, and if you have a look, they're all pretty flat. There's no shape to it, so there is opportunities, I feel, for them to go wide on the first couple of tackles, as Tāmaki ki Raki seems to jam in at least close to the 50. So there is space and opportunity. However, their shape, as if you look at it now, it doesn't allow them to have those opportunities. So a couple of things there for them to work on to get back into this game.
Samuel now plays the ball on the 50-metre line. He looks to go two passes to the centre and set some attacking options for Rawhiti as they cross over 50. Frost, one of the co-captains, playing the ball there as they shift now. The block play as they come out to this right-hand edge. They're not really threatening again, just going through the motions almost as they run through that play. But they got a few metres, which is good, and now they'll have a couple tackles and good ball to see what they can do. Unfortunately, Finlay, a handling error, and Upoko lets them know about it.
Yeah, gives a little face massage for his troubles. Unfortunately, the second time for Finlay, he's dropped the ball. Maybe need to work on ball security a bit better in this half. Like you said, Vigo, they had some good shape coming to the right-hand side here, but they weren't really threatening. And I really like the defensive schemes of Tāmaki ki Raki too. They all have good understanding, very well coached.
And saying that, I think it does help too. A lot of the players playing a lot of club footy together. especially when they play throughout pub. As they make a nice little break there, goes Masters straight through, and he might go all the way. Little Seal trying to cover him up, and he does an extremely good job. Masters playing the ball now 1 meter from the try line.
There's their man, Little Seal again. He's having a great game. Williams sets to the post again. They've got good shape either way. As they set to the 50. Good pass from dummy half, and they go at the back. It's Tepanai again, putting the pressure on.
And another show of good hands down there on that right-hand side. And the dot over first in the second half, that is Ezekiel Tavira for Tāmaki ki Taraki. Your points now 14 points to nil with the kick to come.
Once again, they really know how to get to their points, this team. They got good shape. They're very patient, this team, and they're really showing. And back to your point, Vigo, yes, they'll come through the system at Maris. Jason Williams has had them for a long time now, and it really shows. And it's quite a bonus when you can have that amount of coaching hours, as they say. You know, you probably need a good couple of hundred coaching hours, and these guys through the years have got more than that.
As Ryder Williams lines this conversion up about 5 meters in from the touchline, looking good, and it hits the upright unfortunately and goes away. The score remaining unchanged, 14 points to nil.
Not liking the body language here of Tāmaki ki Rawhiti. I think they need to pick their heads up, get back into this game.
14 points to nil isn't down and out either. It's, you know, it's a couple tries, one try, get your tails up, and then it's a 8-point ball game from there. I think just maybe need to, you know, cut out the errors especially, and just play to their strengths. You know, work the ball to the edges as well. They seem to break the line a lot, especially in Tepanai's edge. So build that platform through the middle and then have a shift and see what happens.
100%. I think they got to get Tepanai some good ball along with Lolo Seo at the back, and I think they'll be a lot more threatening. Yeah, probably just need to get better with their contact, first up contact as well, as they're starting to lose the ruck here. And unfortunately for Noti, stuffs up to play the ball, and this could be the opportunity that Tāmaki te Rawhiti are looking for. If you're a coach of this Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti, what would you be giving? What messages would you be running out there, Vigo?
I think just to get to our points, stay composed. We don't need to push anything yet. It's not like, you know, this game is fully out of reach. If we can build some pressure off the back of a few completed sets, you know, a couple of nice block plays or what have you to get us over the ad line and get us close into good ball, then I think we can just build off the back of it. And we can only take what we're given, so if we can make things happen as well, be a bit more creative, then do so. But in saying that, make sure we do it in a controlled manner rather than just what I would do in the past.
100%. I think it'd be one set at a time. Let's get back into it. Good kick chase here, which they have. They've got them down there and start putting the pressure on now. Good ruck speed here.
And this is where they need to really bar up. I feel definitely the difference in the second half was the defensive line when you know, the opposition was coming out of red zone for Tāmaki ki Taraki, and being able to keep them down here. See, and those types of breaks just really killed Tāmaki ki Taraki, as Kalisi Masi just broke the line there, but unfortunately the offload goes gifted to Tarafti as a bit of a maybe head knock or injury for Paul as he finds his feet.
Yeah, it was unfortunate there. A little bit hard. The jerseys are very similar, so it might be hard to pick out your teammate. As you can see, the contact really ramp up from Tāmaki Taraki.
Really starting to get into the feel of this game. I'll see a little bit of niggle coming in maybe over the ruck, and a very late hit there. Might have gone missed.
He got away with that one.
Yeah. Again, this is that flat attack that they really need to nut out. You know, if they're going to go off the 1 or 2 off the ruck, they need to be hitting that ball at speed at the ad line so they can get an advantage. Now Tepanaya puts a kick into the corner. It's perfectly placed and a great take. Unfortunately taken in the air, says referee Epihar, maybe just a fraction early, but man, he really did fly there, was Kalisimasi. Got into the air.
Yeah, and that's the type of kick they need. You got to put him under pressure. Unfortunately, Moala just got his timing fractionally wrong. I think to get back into this game is what they got to do. Put the ball up, put some pressure on Kalimasi, and really try and bang them down here with good line speed.
As Williams finds touch now, 30 out from his own try line. Again, a tap on the knee. Maybe some of these players need to be educated a little bit in that sense.
100%. Is that a rugby thing or?
As Patterson now at acting half, I've been enjoying him over these last couple of weeks. He's been quite nippy out of dummy half, and his ball delivery has been fantastic. As Kalisimasi now down this left-hand edge, nice little step off his left foot, gets the offload, goes to ground, and a little knock on there, unfortunately, by Hurt Pickering as he went to scoop up the ball that went to ground, and Tāmaki Taraki now will get the ball back.
I love the space that Kalisimasi is getting. I think if Lucille could get the same space, he could be really threatening. It just comes back to the attacking shape. It's very flat, so when you're very flat, the only thing you can really do is face ball, cut out passes, but you've got to be going hard at the line like you're saying. So let's see if Tāmaki Taraki can get themselves out of their red zone. Tepanaya. There we go, some space on the outside there.
Yeah, exactly what you mentioned. You know that there was space on the outsides if they wanted to use it early on in the sets, but unfortunately this pass went to ground and it's been scooped up by Raki now.
I think these guys must have been watching the Warriors Tigers last night. Here we go again. Great space on the outside.
And Hurt Pickering.
Ooh, very close.
Let's see if Touchy clears grounding.
Lucille diving in there to try and stuff up their try.
And it's a try. Hurt Pickering with the acrobatic finish in the corner will extend the lead now. 18 points to 0. Tāmaki Taraki really starting to hit their straps.
I think the difference once again there, Vigo, is just the attacking shape of Tāmaki Taraki. They always seem to have good shape out the back, and it's just easy numbers there again. They've got great depth, good shape, really good team, this team.
And with the likes of Kalisimasi running off the back of that, you know, you could count your bottom dollar that he'll always get either an offload or beat the first defender as well, one-on-one. So some real good play to get him the ball in a bit of space, and obviously coming up trumps again. That kick going unsuccessful. Score remains 18 points to 0. Still, Tāmaki Taraki is not out of this one. You know, there's still 10 or so minutes remaining in it, and again, it's just about going set for set, completing it, building some pressure, and just getting some better shape off the back of their good ball attack.
Yeah, I think when Coach Morrison reviews this game, couple of things there is just shape, get in better shape, and maybe better kick chase and bit more contact in the play of the ball, shoulder contact. Maybe work on their shoulder triangles, or tackle triangles, I should say. But they're not out. They just need a bit of luck to go their way. hold the ball on the first tackles one. But they really need to win this set right now. Their first up shoulder contact, they really need to dig in here. Put some shoulder contact in, slow to play the ball down. So really need to bang him here. That's better, they're slow to play the ball down, they've got to get off the line now. There we go, that's better.
Just some fantastic play there off the back of their own quick play the ball, and now Tāmaki ki Taraki hot on attack again. Williams out the back to Kalisimasi, met by some heavy defense. That is a good tackle by Finlay one-on-one, but he gets the offload still, and now a ball goes to the ground. Looking for Pickering in some space was Wikitera. It goes out, and Tāmaki ki Taraki now will get the ball back 10 metres out from halfway.
It's just unfortunate there, the accuracy wasn't there. But Kalisimasi again, you know, you thought he was tackled and he got the offload away. He's a very dangerous player. I'd love to see Lolo Seal get the same space and time.
This is a bit silly. I don't think Raki needs to do any of that type of play here. They're very much, I think, dominating the middles anyway, so just a bit of a brain explosion, a bit of testosterone flying around the field now, and there'll be a bit of niggle and feel, I feel the key word in that phrase, coming up shortly in these next couple of sets especially.
Yeah, this is a great chance for Raki to get back into it. Sorry, Rawhiti. But if you have a look at their shape, they're very flat again. They set to the middle. There's no shape on either side, unfortunately. Yep, there's 2 penalties from Ilu. He needs to calm down. He's putting his team under pressure when he doesn't need to.
Now off the penalty. It's a good carry. Beats a couple of defenders and goes close to the try line, I think, there. About 5 metres out from there. And a little scoop from dummy half. And he'll go close, real close. That is Church playing the ball as Tepanai looks to throw the ball wide, but nothing too much on. And he'll have to take the tackle.
His ankle's heavily strapped there, Tepanai, so he must have picked something up.
Into the corner here, Paul, and it's taken nicely by Ryder, and he gets out of the end goal. That is some fantastic work there by the half.
They really need to aim up on defence now.
Oh, and some huge contact, and it's a offside.
Yeah, I saw Ref Epihai. He was calling the whole right side off, and they didn't take that extra step back, unfortunately. So, unfortunately for Rawhiti, they're going to piggyback Raki out of their half. Would have liked to seen Lolo Seal get some good ball on the line there. He hasn't had any opportunities to attack the good ball. So we have a little bit of an injury break here. As Frost is taken off the field.
Pedersen finds his prop in Upoko, who takes a tough carry, one off the ruck here, and they find themselves in good ball early in this set of 6. Ilu out the back. Williams puts the early kick in, and Kalisimasi's flying through. He's go close to grounding this, and it has to be tapped dead by Tāmaki ki Taraki. Fale there cleaning up the scraps.
Great change up there from Tāmaki ki Taraki. Everything's been going out the back to Kalisa Masi. Put a little kick through. Once again, they're coming off their own line. Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti. Tāmaki ki te Raki, they set to the middle of the field again. They got great shape on both sides of the field. They head to Williams, they're on his side. Out the back, Purcell. Sorry, Wiki Tera. And their score is now 22-0. So once again, Vigo, the difference being getting to a point and having shape on both sides, which gives you options. They seem to be able to read the splits very well. Does this Tāmaki ki te Raki. They scored another really good try on the left-hand side. It takes the score to 22-0, kick to come.
Ryder Williams lines this one up to convert, and it looked good. The wind maybe just pulling it around a little bit too much, and no change to the score. Maybe a bit of kicking practice, goal kicking practice this weekend. This week, sorry.
I'm sure his dad will have him down the park running extras tomorrow.
So just a little bit of a brief on the winner of this game going straight into the final, which will be at Mount Smart, #1 next week. And live streamed there as well via Sky Sport Next, so the boys will get a chance to run on the home of rugby league here in New Zealand anyway, the home of the Warriors at Mount Smart Stadium, and Moana Pacifica. Little shout out to our neighbouring code and rugby union, getting their first franchise win.
Tipanai kicks off again. They really need a bang here. And that is tough carry, but equally good defence on the big man. So I really like the attacking shape of Tāmaki ki te Raki. They always seem to run the numbers.
Other than the couple penalties Elu's given away since coming back on the field, I've enjoyed his little play at lock, at last man. I think offers a bit of ball play there in the middle of the field, and another tough defender as well. Bit of a reminds me a bit of a block of cheese at the Storm.
Yeah, he's sort of Isaiah Yeo to me, the way he takes the ball to the line and out the back, and here he is again, ball playing as they hit the back door again. Fifth and final. See how their kick goes here with a bit of pressure. Numbers are on. A simple draw and pass here.
And Wiki Tera, can't quite finish that one off, and Hurt Pickering, the ball just going behind him, has no chance to catch it.
It's a couple times that's happened now with Hurt Pickering not really getting a really good pass at the end there, so a couple of key things there for Jason Williams to work on. Bit of timing on the pass there, but once again, they didn't put the kick through. They had a shot. Unfortunate to miss out again.
As we wait to restart the play, it was taken out there by Tāmaki ki te Raki, and Rawhiti find them in a very familiar position, and that's working themselves out of their own 10 metre line.
Despite the scoreline, it's been a very entertaining game. Anyone caught your eye so far, Vigo?
I think we've mentioned most of them. Little seal, 1-for-1. Here we
There
go.
you go.
Some space. This is what we talked about. Get him some ball, and he finds his winger. Go all the way.
Moala in the corner.
And he wasn't held, so he's allowed to get up and go again, and he'll score. Referee seems to be happy. It's either unfortunately,
He's going to say double movement. Unfortunate there, and there we go. Lawless Seal finally in some space. That's what I've been waiting for all day. I thought he passed a little bit too early there for Moala, but Moala, unfortunate there. I thought he scored that one. Sorry, I got the name wrong. Sione Fualau on the far side there. Unfortunate. There we go. That's the contact I've been talking about. Win the tackle.
Oh, and a barnstorming run straight through the middle. Cuts him up like a hot knife through butter.
Lawless Seal with a great tackle, Lawless Seal. Good work from Compton Purcell, brother-in-law of former junior warrior James Taylor. So they set towards the left-hand upright again. Unfortunately, he tried to play the ball too fast and he lost it.
That was a great tackle around the legs by Kayla Samuel, really dropping him in his tracks there. So credit to him. He's a bit worse for wear right now as he tries to find his breath back. After what was a really good break straight through the middle by Sua. We talked a lot about shape in this game, and just those little things that make life so much easier, especially in good ball and what have you. And I think we talked about the coaching hours with your squad and your team, as we see some big contact. Williams there making a great tackle. I think it's a huge advantage, especially in this competition. If you've got a playing group that comes from predominantly the same club, you find that life's a lot easier creating those connections amongst the players and also probably teaching structure. And obviously Coach Jason Williams has really used it to his advantage.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think you hit it on the head with connections, and connections just don't happen overnight. They're built through time, and you can definitely see the differences, connections and knowing each other's tendencies, and their timing is outstanding. And Tāmaki ki te rangi, Raki, I just think they're on top of this game, so they need to be more disciplined now and really put the foot to the throat, as there's good contact there. They just can't get carried away now. It's a hard thing when you're 15, 16-year-old to pull back, but I think if they can learn that in their game, they're going to be outstanding, this team. Here goes the man, Lula Seal. I'd love to see him out this right side with a bit of shape and get some ball early as he plays the ball, and they head down the short side again.
As Church plays the ball 10 metres from the try line, a little dart again from dummy half. I don't think they're going to score doing that though. They need to obviously play off some shape, move the ball a bit. One off the ruck stuff isn't going to work, and he gets his team a penalty though. Again, a bit of testosterone just flying. The discipline going a bit out the door. It's really not what the game needs. It's been such a awesome, entertaining game to watch, and it could be ruined very quickly. So hopefully, the trainers are sent out there with the message to calm down. Let's finish the game well, and it's I guess a call that Williams will probably make, I would assume.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to ruin what's been a great game for them, just through discipline. Like, when you're dominating a team like this, you don't need to do that little extra stuff as he gets the sets in the sim bin. And all that good work's been undone by silly little errors. And all they need to do is make their tackles and complete their sets when you're up like this. Another coach killer. Now let's see if Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti can get our man out the back, Lolo Seal, get him some space. And if I have a look at the defensive structure of Tāmaki ki te Raki, they're really jammed in here, so if they can get the ball to Lolo Seal out here, as they got a three-man overlap already. If they got the ball wide there, they would have scored with ease. So let's see what they got here. Here we go, Lolo Seal.
That was a beautiful
He's in the
offload
corner.
by Paul there as he managed to get the ball out of the tackle of 3 defenders. So finds this man, Seal, and he just sprints to the corner and scores. Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti's first points today. 22 points to 4 now the score with the kick to come.
Been really impressed with this Lolo Seal. I really think Coach Morrison needs to work out ways to get him ball in space. He's a very damaging player. They finally got him the ball in space, and look what he does. He scores straight away. Just need to work out ways to get him the ball earlier.
This one, oh, looks good. Just short.
Unfortunate there for Moala. That was a beautiful looking kick. Just not enough wheat bix to get over the crossbar.
Maybe 2 minutes remaining left in this game. Tāmaki ki te Raki safe and truly and safely home, I think, in this one. It sounds like and looks like they're really going to try and put their stamp on this game. Be interesting to see this first up contact.
Out on a full, was it? No?
Referees caught a goal line dropout.
Once again, another coach killer. After points, you want to complete your set of 6, and unfortunately, that's bounced in before it's gone out. Last play.
Masi throws it straight to Williams, and they've got numbers again here on this left-hand edge. Pickering would have gone in, I would have thought, untouched there to score a hat-trick, but their tackle just short of the game, and that'll conclude today's action of the under-16s Shaun Johnson Shield match. Round 3, that is Tāmaki ki te Rawhiti versus Tāmaki ki te Raki. Raki coming up trumps in this one, 22 points to 4. We'll be back shortly with the action from the Dean Bell Cup in the under-18 space, where we see another fiery matchup, and we'll be back shortly.